What one learns in a classroom is just a very small part of the learning process. The real learning starts when one crosses borders and travels miles for the real knowledge.
About 2 months before our summer vacation, our geography teacher, Mr. Austin Waz, had come to our class and announced that there would be an exchange program.
I love to travel and I love to make new friends.
Since I've traveled all over the world, I knew that this would be a good opportunity for him.
When we were students, we didn't have that opportunity.
We wanted him to be a little more by himself, independent.
And I thought it would make him a different person once he's back.
Our students were given an opportunity to be a part of an exchange program with France and Nepal.
They should think globally. They must widen their horizon.
This is the true globalization, because it's not a globalization through internet or through media. It's a real direct one.
The main and primary objective is to promote a better and more objective mutual understanding between the two young educated population of our countries.
Exchange programs plays a major role whereby we not only teach them from books but actually take them to the situation.
To learn the culture, the traditions and the entire environment study for the students to know what is another country.
We take them to the place, they live with the families.
Which was more better because they could exchange the culture, values, local cuisine.
But real reciprocal exchanges which would involve both youngsters and their families.
The exchanges which are going on are in Brittany, which is the most western part of France, which is the countryside compared to the huge city in Mumbai.
Each youngster coming back from this exchange, and even if it is a short stay in the other country, will probably have another perception of his own environment.
And when they come back to India, they are much more richer with these experiences.
Il y a 20 ans, tout le lit, tout le long.
We went for a UN conference where how we have in India the MUN. We had another conference in France. At the end of the day, we had a short football match with the students of the school.
We were taught on the second last day on how to make the crepes.
We had a boat ride in the Seine and we saw the Eiffel Tower. We went to the Louvre.
Paris being the iconic place for romance, it had a different air.
We have a judges school over there in Nepal known as St. Xavier's High School. Children went from here to Nepal. They stayed with them. And the children from Nepal came over here. There was an exchange of culture. There was exchange of learning. The way they were learning, the way we are learning over here.
We are here for a student exchange program.
Today children should not only benefit from their books, but they can learn something new from such exchange programs.
The school is very beautiful. It is between 3 mountains. During the winter season, the mountains are covered with snow.
We were located a few miles from Kathmandu. We also participated in the sports day and visited different monuments.
When the children came from France to India, these children were accommodated in the families of our St. Mary's Ball.
My son's main concern was, would he be willing to share the room with me?
The first barrier was the language barrier and the eating habits.
We taught him to eat by his hand.
He used to enjoy my broken French, and we tried very hard to make him learn Hindi.
They were lucky that they came at the time of Deepavali.
They actually were in birth crackers because he wanted Zwen to get an experience of that.
And they saw the festivity of Deepavali, how well Deepavali was celebrated. And I was quite taken up to say that children had worn the attire of Indian style.
Plus we did our Chopra Pujan and stuff at home. So they all came down and sat down. In fact, apart from Zen, the other French students also came over to our place.
We made it a point that we met quite often as a group as well. but at the same time we took them out as a family during the day and then met in the evening.
When we came back, we got so many feedbacks from the parents saying that they wanted to have such more program from our schools.
We hope to have this kind of a universal network with all our judges schools. It's one thing to have a virtual network, another thing to go personally and have a personal experience of that country.
We are also trying to reach out to even the continent of South America as well as North America, if possible even Australia.
We need to put more efforts into building people-to-people relations, because otherwise who will be the ambassadors for our relationship tomorrow?
The young French people should rather be prepared to interact with these young Indian people within a few years, so that to become a kind of ambassadors network of each respective country.
Maybe one day some of them will go on with study French in France.
Once he was back from France, he said he started looking out for universities in France.
Parents are also in touch, and we've already made plans of we will be going there.
Even we are looking forward, as well as even they are looking forward to visit each other.
The child who was with me, while departing, he said, I have a home away from home now. These kids were hugging every parent and crying, not just the host family, not just the host parents.
The trip shows you how the real world is.
It's a life-changing experience.
When you get an opportunity, grab it because you're gonna love it.
You treated us like gods.
Atiti Deva Bhavo. We believe in that value, and that value children experience it in their day-to-day life.
Thank you for listening. Shukriya.